Welcome to Trending Update USA. I am Steffan, and today we bring you a painful and deeply emotional announcement surrounding Aryna Sabalenka, one that has left the tennis world shaken, her fans devastated, and the entire sports community praying for her strength as she faces one of the toughest days of her life. This is not just another update, not just another news cycle moment. This is a story about the price of greatness, the emotional weight carried by champions, and the reality behind the powerful image we see on court. Today we explore what has happened, how fans are reacting, and what this moment means for Sabalenka's future in tennis and in life. The day began with silence. No social media activity from Sabalenka, no press statements, no cheery training photos, nothing that hinted at her usual routine. And when the announcement finally came, it struck like a thunderbolt. Aryna Sabalenka is facing a painful personal setback that has left her emotionally shaken and forced her into making difficult decisions regarding her career schedule, her training, and her immediate plans. While the details were released gradually, each update revealed just how heavy this moment truly is for her. As one of the most physically powerful athletes on the WTA Tour, Sabalenka has always projected confidence and resilience. But today she showed a vulnerability that fans rarely get to witness, and that vulnerability has sparked an outpouring of love and support from every corner of the world. What makes this day so tough is not just the announcement itself, but the timing. Sabalenka has been in a fierce battle to maintain her form, to stay mentally steady despite the pressures of competing at the highest level, and to carry the expectations of millions who see her as the next dominant force in tennis. The weight of that responsibility has already been immense, but today added an emotional burden that no athlete is ever truly prepared for. Reports suggest that Sabalenka has been struggling privately, trying to balance her personal life with her demanding schedule, and today's announcement confirms that the emotional pressure finally became too big to hide. Her statement, raw, honest, and heartbreaking, has left fans around the world sending prayers, messages of hope, and encouragement as she navigates this difficult moment. For many fans, this news feels heavy because Sabalenka has always been the warrior, the fighter, the unapologetically fierce competitor who showed no signs of breaking on court. Whether she wins or loses, she attacks every point with intensity, every rally with absolute commitment, and every tournament with the belief that she belongs at the top. But today reminded everyone that even warriors have wounds. Even champions have moments when they need support, and even the strongest individuals can experience days that test their spirit. Her fanbase, known for its loyalty and passion, has filled social media with messages expressing sadness, shock, and a unified hope that she finds peace and strength to recover both mentally and emotionally. Many tennis experts have been quick to emphasize that athletes are not machines. They are human beings carrying enormous stress behind the scenes. For Sabalenka, the past 2 years have been filled with intense emotional waves, from incredible victories to heartbreaking moments, from career highs to personal struggles. Those close to her say that today's announcement reflects not weakness, but courage, the courage to step back, the courage to be honest, and the courage to face the world openly during a moment of pain. In a sport known for its relentless schedule, taking time to breathe, to heal, and to confront personal battles is not only necessary, but essential. And today, Sabalenka made a decision that prioritizes her well-being over trophies, rankings, or outside expectations. Fans have been sharing emotional reactions online. One supporter wrote, "Sabalenka has given us so many moments of joy, so many battles to remember. Now we stand with her as she faces one of the hardest days of her life. Stay strong, Queen." Another wrote, "Champions cry too. Champions hurt too. And champions rise again. We are praying for you." Those messages reflect the collective sentiment of a global audience that loves Sabalenka not just for her results but for her fire, her authenticity, and her ability to be simultaneously fierce and human. Her supporters know that this moment, difficult as it is, will become one of the defining points of her journey. A moment that shapes her both as an athlete and as a woman. Inside the WTA circle, many players have also sent private messages to Sabalenka, expressing support and solidarity. Even rivals who compete against her on court understand how emotionally heavy such moments can be. Tennis players travel constantly, spend long periods away from loved ones, and must manage the physical and emotional costs of competition, costs that the public rarely sees. For Sabalenka, today's announcement marks a pause in the intensity, a moment of reflection, and perhaps a reminder that caring for the inner self is as important as training the powerful ground strokes she's known for. While fans pray for her recovery and wish her strength, the future remains uncertain. Will she step back from upcoming tournaments? Will her training program be adjusted? Will she need time away from the sport entirely? At the moment, the answers remain unclear. What we do know is that Sabalenka has always been one to rise from adversity. She has overcome emotional struggles before, she has handled pressure under the bright lights of Grand Slams, and she has rebuilt herself time and time again. But today is different. Today is not about rebuilding a tennis game, it is about rebuilding the heart. But let's reflect on what this moment reveals about Sabalenka's journey. From her early days on tour, she was marked by explosive power and limitless potential. Fans admired her raw intensity, her emotional expressions, and the honesty she brought to every match. She evolved from a big hitter into a disciplined, strategic player, one capable of winning major titles and challenging for the world #1 ranking. But behind every milestone, she carried unseen battles, personal grief, emotional turmoil, and mental fatigue that slowly accumulated. The fact that she continued to perform at such a high level, despite everything she was facing internally, shows just how extraordinary her spirit truly is. Her toughest day, painful as it may be, is not the end of the story, it is a chapter. A chapter that will one day be part of a narrative of resilience, courage, and triumph. Many athletes have gone through similar emotional trials, stepping back, reflecting, healing, and returning stronger. And if there is one thing the tennis world knows for certain, it is that Aryna Sabalenka has the heart of a champion. She may be down today, but she is far from defeated. Her fight is not over, it is simply paused. As the world waits, fans continue to pray for her well-being. They pray for clarity, for healing, for comfort, and for peace. Some fans have even started online tributes, sharing favorite moments from her matches, celebrating her achievements, and reminding her through their messages that she is loved not just for her victories, but for who she is as a person. Support pages have appeared across social media, where fans write encouraging words and share stories of how Sabalenka inspired them with her strength and determination. For now, Sabalenka's team has asked for privacy as she navigates this personal storm. And the tennis world has responded with empathy and respect, understanding that sometimes stepping away is the bravest move an athlete can make. Her sponsors, her coaches, and her close circle have stood firmly behind her, giving her space to process and reminding the public that mental health matters just as much as physical fitness. As we close today's painful but important update, one thing stands clear: Aryna Sabalenka is strong, but today she needs the strength of her fans. She needs their love, their patience, their prayers. And based on the overwhelming wave of support flooding the internet, she is receiving exactly that. This may be her toughest day, but it will not define her. Champions rise not only when everything is perfect, but when life challenges them the most. And Sabalenka, with the heart of a warrior, will rise again when she's ready. This has been Trending Update USA. I am Steffan, and we will continue to bring you updates as Sabalenka moves forward, heals, and prepares for whatever comes next.